You know, while we're waiting for the Bears at 49ers, I was gonna goof on Nick Wright for his terrible preseason predictions. Not only did he have the Chiefs making the playoffs, he had the Raiders with Geno Smith at quarterback finishing second and also making the playoffs. And I was gonna goof on him for this until I was reminded that he wears a $50,000 precious metals day date. Trump wears the same watch. I believe Trump's is in yellow gold with white dial or champagne dial. So very prestigious watch. I believe Harry Truman, they claim Harry Truman wore the watch. I'm not sure he actually did. But it's hard for me to goof on him now because like, oh, your predictions were wrong. Predictions are wrong. Well, I guess he could wipe his tears with his $100 bills. Okay, so I don't know. It's like Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd's predictions are always wrong.
I look at the NBA, which I've watched for 4 decades, and I say this now with Ben Simmons. Hey, LeBron, you're good, bro. You can go. You don't have to. You can hang around. Still great, but you can go. We're all good here.
Cowherd's predictions are always wrong. Well, the volume now has a valuation of over $100 million, so I don't know. Joke's on him, I guess. I don't know. Speaking of which, okay, I only make a point of this because these two bozos portray themselves as like smarty pants. They're the real football experts, whereas the other talking heads are all dumb. They have an entire segment goofing on so-called talking heads. Like, they're not talking heads, they're real football stats guys, right? These
last 2 weeks, like, the Niners have a path, I believe, to the number 1 seed if Seattle was to lose this week. If Seattle were to lose, the division potentially on the line. I think they need the Rams to lose.
Yeah, so he thinks this moron didn't even bother to look it up. No, the 49ers do not need the Rams to lose. All they have to do is win out. All they have to do is beat the Bears and the Seahawks, and they're the number 1 seed. They're 2-0 against. They would be 2-0 against the Seahawks, and they would be 1-1 against the Rams. And they would have the tiebreaker against the Rams, and they would have the tiebreaker against the Rams. They have a better record in division against the Rams. So shut up, 1980s movie villain haircut guy. The Seahawks are leading the Panthers. Although the Panthers are driving, I don't have a lot of faith in Bryce Young, but I guess we'll see. Now, as far as the 49ers at the Bears, here's all I have to say, okay? I don't know if Bears coach Ben Johnson is in the Epstein files. I don't know. I'm not a journalist. So I don't know if Ben Johnson is in the flight logs, if he's in the Epstein flight logs. But I think we should find out. I think we should do a poll and find out, is Ben Johnson in the Epstein files? Because I don't know. I'm not a journalist. Okay, I'm not in Congress, but I think people should look into that. You know what I mean? I'm just asking questions. Is Ben Johnson controlled by... Let me put it this way. Is Ben Johnson controlled by the global elite? I don't know, but if the Bears win, I think the answer is definitely yes. If the Bears win, the answer is definitely yes. Ben Johnson is controlled by the global elite, the NFL is rigged, and Roger Goodell is controlled opposition if the Bears win. It's in the documents. Look it up. Larry Krueger. Larry Krueger successfully clickbaited me with this apology, bro. Is Larry Krueger's kid doing the thumbnails? Whoever's doing the Larry Krueger thumbnails is doing an excellent job. They successfully clickbaited me with this Brandon Ayuk apology video. I was like, really? Brandon Ayuk apologized? Let me click as fast as I can. Turns out Brandon Ayuk was only apologizing for speeding. So that is great clickbait. Another click for Larry Krueger and Pig in a Pickle. Another click for Pig in a Pickle. Great job, Larry. Great job. Tell him Krug sent you. This guy says don't give it the use check on 4th and 1. I said give it the use check on 4th and 1 because I don't like risking Brock Purdy on quarterback sneaks. And he says don't do it. And it never works. I know, but I would rather punt than have Brock Purdy injured on a quarterback's knee. So just put Juszczyk at quarterback, and then run the tush push. Just push his ass over the line. Or sign freaking Jake Moody. Re-sign Jake Moody just to put his ass. Throw Jake Moody over the pile. You know what I mean? Is that legal? Is that allowed? Can you just like throw Jake Moody over the pile for the first down? That's got to be illegal, right? I don't know. But I would love to find out. I would re-sign Jake Moody just to find out. But no, I don't want to risk Brock Purdy on quarterback sneaks if I don't have to. Like if it were the Super Bowl, of course. But I don't know, against the Colts, no, I did not enjoy that.